What's the deal? You already know Big Boss, Cape Ho through the door here to talk this boxing. How y'all doing? Your boy tired. I just woke up. It's noon. I just woke up, man, you know. But you already know I'm on my way to the gym. Mind on Greatness Podcast. That's still in the loop. That's still going. You know, we got some fire content coming. Y'all stay tuned. We got the Instagram up, Mind on Greatness. I'm finna start a Twitter for it, or whatever it's called, X. And then I'm finna start a TikTok, you know. So y'all will be able to see like the little teasers over there. We're gonna go over it, you know. I'm telling you. This podcast, we're finna take it over, man. We're finna, like I said, we're finna hog, man. We're finna hog and shine. That's what it is. What else? That's about it. You know, hope all is well. Hope everybody doing all right. Like I said, you can see the sleepiness in my eyes. I just woke up. You know, woke up, brushed my teeth, washed my face. And, well, this is the second time I brushed my teeth this morning. Because I remember I woke up this morning, you know, for my daughters to go to school. And I brushed my teeth and I went back to sleep. Hey, one of my things, bro, is I brush my teeth a lot. I brush my teeth like 4 times a day. That's just, you know, that's one of my pet peeves, man. Like, you know, I'm crunchy black, so, you know, I can't have no yellow teeth, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I brush my teeth. I brush my teeth a lot, man. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But let's talk boxing. This is going to be an opinionated video. Off the rip. Alright? I'm letting y'all know this right now. This is going to be an opinionated video. Alright? So, I don't want to hear no Bud Buddy or nobody in the comment, no Bud Booty Warrior talking about some damn, what the facts. I ain't trying to hear none of that. This is an opinionated. This is my viewpoint. Right? This is going to be my view. Errol Spence. Right? He lost to Terence Crawford July 29th. He lost to Terence Crawford. TKO loss. You know, got dominated, right? Most people could sit there and make the argument and say something was wrong with him. I feel like something was off, you know? I'm finna make another video how Terence Crawford gears Errol Spence loss to coaching. But we'll talk about that in a minute. There's rematch clause. There's people who sitting there saying they don't want to see it. You know, and even I said it, you know what I mean? I stand on my 10. I've even said it. I said, man, I don't need to see the second fight. You know, if it's a one-sided beatdown, there's no need for me to see a rematch, right? But due to the nature, you know, of Errol Spence and how he looked, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know on my channel, I ain't never, you know, said, oh, Errol is, you know, weight drain or Errol look high or whatever. I just said something was wrong with him. He didn't look himself. You know what I mean? The more I think about it, the more I'm like, he should rematch Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? I mean, you look at a lot of the greats in the past who done lost fights and got dominated, and then they come back and they beat their opponent who dominated them. You know what I'm saying? One fight I can think of off the top of my head is Antonio Margarito versus Miguel Cotto. Although Antonio Margarito cheated, he still dominated Cotto, right? Call spade a spade. He dominated Cotto. What happened in the second fight? Cotto came back and stopped Margarito. You get what I mean? So, it can happen. Look at Israel Adesanya, right? I know that's MMA. It ain't boxing, but it's combat sports, right? He got dominated by his opponent. The first fight, got knocked out, right? I won't say dominated, but he got knocked out, okay? That's what it is what it is. He went out on his shield. He stood on his team, he went out on his shield. Came back second fight, ended up knocking the dude out. So, what I'm saying is that a lot of people write off Errol Spence as, oh, the same thing gonna happen. In my opinion, I don't feel like the same thing gonna happen. I feel like it's going to be a more competitive fight, and I feel like Errol Spence can win the second fight. That's just my opinion. I feel like that. You know, although, we're going to keep it 1,000. I would have Terence Crawford as the favorite going into the second fight. But I feel like Errol Spence can beat Terence Crawford. I still feel that way. You know what I'm saying? It never, that viewpoint never changed. Because I always gave both ways, both fighters can win. And I always said that if this fighter does this, they can win. If this fighter does this, they can win. So it's never changed. You know what I mean? But Errol Spence will reactivate this rematch clause. That's just the type of dude he is. That's just the type of man he is. He stand on his 10. You know what I mean? He in here to show he the best. And he in here to fight the best. If he fight Terence Crawford again, and he so happen to lose again, then he moves on from Terence Crawford and moves on with his career. That's just what it is. That's what you do as a man when you're in combat sports. When you fighting, you lose to somebody, you fight him again. That's just what it is. There's no other way to slice it or dice it. It's about being the best. And when you hold that title and you sit there and say, I'm the best fighter, and I view myself as the best fighter, whether you win or whether you lose, you uphold that standard. And Errol Spence will uphold that standard. Right? That's just what it is. Errol Spence is still a top welterweight, still a top fighter, period, in boxing. You know? But you got a lot of people who doubt Errol Spence. You know? And this loss really showed Errol Spence who really is on his side, who really in his corner. You know? You got a lot of people that turned on him. A lot of people in his hometown that turned on him. You hear celebrities who didn't sit there and was like, oh, Errol Spence the truth. And then he lost. Oh, man, he ain't the truth. Paul Pierce, right? Paul Pierce can't talk. LeBron busted his ass all the time. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day, spade to spade, Errol Spence will activate that rematch clause. Errol Spence can beat Terence Crawford in the rematch. He can. Whether it's at 147 or 154, that's just what I believe. Right? I know what I said in the past. And like I say, boss always stand on his 10. If I say something that's questionable, if I say something that, you know, I feel like, you know, that I catch or brought to my attention, and then I'll go rewind. Oh, yeah, okay, I bet. Hey, man, this is what I meant by that. You know what I mean? Errol will be back. See, a lot of y'all wanted Errol to sell off in the sunset. He gonna be back, man. He gonna be back. He gonna stand on his 10. And whether he win or lose against Terence Crawford, he's still a top fighter in the sport of boxing. And the reason why, it's a matter of who you fighting and who you losing to. Y'all say Terence Crawford's the top fighter in boxing. To me, he's in the top 5 fighters in boxing. He's not the guy, right? But y'all say he's a top fighter. He's the top fighter in boxing. So Errol Spence is losing to one of the top fighters in boxing. He ain't losing to no scrubs. He lost to a top fighter. So I get it if he get in there next and he fight Sammy Vargas and Sammy Vargas beat him, and I'd be like, all right, yeah, bro, you know, hey man, you know, Errol, man, you ain't, that ain't it. Or he have a close win or a close decision. Hey, Errol, that ain't it. That ain't the wave. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I'll be like, okay. But he's still a top fighter in boxing. And the difference between Errol and a lot of these fighters, and just in period, we ain't gonna say fighters. He know who he is as a man. See, when you know who you are as a man, there's nothing no other man, nobody can say. You know what I mean? These buddies come in the comment section, they do all this talk. Oh, you need to delete your channel. You need to do this. I know who I am as a man. Like I told you, right? I'm a man first at the end of the day. I don't tolerate no disrespect. That's what it is. I'm a man first. I stand on that. That's what it is. Take it or leave it. A lot of y'all don't know what that means because you ain't no man, bro. One thing I can see in Errol Spence, he a man, right? He gonna stand on the square, and he gonna rematch Terence Crawford, and he gonna go all out, 110%. You see, when they stopped the fight, he still was fighting. He still was trying. He wasn't, you know what I mean? He got up, he kept fighting. He didn't become gun shy, he kept fighting. That's what it is. He kept fighting. He kept coming forward. He's stepping. Like he said. That's what it is. So, based off his mannerisms, his behavior, and him as a man, he gonna activate this rematch clause. And it could be a different fight. I can see a way that Errol Spence can beat Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? I definitely can see that. You know what I mean? He just got to see it. And he got to carry it out. You know what I mean? So, y'all stand by. I got a part 2. We're going to talk about Derek James. Let's go.